It used to be that working from home was kind of like a special treat. Or there were certain people that you worked with that always got to work from home and you were jealous and you wanted to go complain about it. Or sometimes you're just sick and just didn't want to come into the office and infect everybody. Or sometimes you get a big snowstorm and the boss is generous enough to let you work from home so you don't endanger your life driving. Working from home is great. In the past, it was a great time to put on sweatpants, get some laundry done, and finish your 8th round of binging The Office on Netflix. But now, as everybody knows, COVID-19 is kind of making a lot of companies make their employees work from home. And it all depends on who your manager is. I mean, if you work from home in the past, then this is going to be a seamless transition. But as everybody knows, some managers need a little more control and they don't necessarily believe that you're working from home. Luckily for managers like this, there's a brand new tool that they can use called Sneak. That's right. Nothing alarming about this name, Sneak, S-N-E-E-K. Their slogan is human contact for remote teams, but it should be called digital spying for remote managers. Signups for this dystopian nightmare of a tool have increased tenfold over the past few weeks. So what is it? It's a group video conferencing tool. And it lets managers spy. It lets managers kind of monitor their team as they work from home. Sneak's interface uses a wall of faces that takes a picture of your workstation and what you're doing every 5 minutes. In some cases, every 1 minute. It just depends on how cool of a boss that you have. Now, are there ways to fake your existence with Sneak? Sure, there's ways that you could do a weekend at Bernie situation, or grab your loyal golden retriever and put a tie on him and tell him, you sit there and be a good boy. I got a Fitbit challenge to win. I'm going to go walk around the block 8 times. Yeah, you could fake your existence until they call you. That's right. Another fun feature of Sneak is anybody can just click your face and boom, you're in a call. You're just in a call. There's no accepting, you're in it. And it's not like when somebody tries to FaceTime you out of nowhere and you look at your phone and you're like, oh God, yikes, I don't want to ignore. It's not like that. They click it, you're in a call. According to this Business Insider article, the co-founder is quick to point out that, however, people can also configure their settings to only accept calls manually and only take webcam photos manually if their employer allows it. Well, how lucky. As long as your employer allows it, you don't have to be invaded upon whenever anybody decides. When you're a software as a surveillance state company, you better have a great PR team to spin what every normal day people are going to say about this. And based off the spin, I can't tell whether they're good at it or not. According to the co-founder in this Business Insider article, Del Curry, I can't tell if this guy's good at spinning or not. He says, Sneak was never designed to spy on anyone. We'd be the worst spy company ever, considering we named our app Sneak, Curry said. We know lots of people will find an invasion of privacy. We 100% get that. And it's not the solution for those folks. But there's also lots of teams out there who are good friends and want to stay connected when they're working together. Like, whoa, guys. How could we be a spy company? What spy company would name their company Sneak? It would be the worst spy company ever. Come on, guys. Right? Right, guys? No? Anybody? First of all, he used the word folks, and that puts my guard up immediately. Folks. I only ever hear the word folks when I'm being pandered to. Like when you're at a restaurant and there's a magician just walking around going table to table, just like, folks. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. Obama used to say folks all the time. He's like, oh, well, folks. Oh, here's the thing. When you have folks that are making in the 99%, I'm not trying to be political, but he literally said folks more than any other president in all time. He was a good president and everything, but when I hear folks, I just think, oh, this is a president or this is a politician trying to spin something. I feel the same way about this Del Curry guy. All right, let's break down the admission that they actually made when he said this in this article. We know lots of people will find this an invasion of privacy, and we 100% get that. What? So you're admitting that it's an invasion of privacy, or that most people would agree that it is? There's literally no attempt to say it's not an invasion of privacy. Instead, they say, we know that there's a lot of good teams out there that want to stay connected when they're working together. I don't know about you guys, but I love my friends, but I don't need to stay connected to them all the time in a wall of faces. I don't need a picture of them every 5 minutes or every 1 minute. In fact, I've unfollowed a lot of my friends on social media because they do post pictures of themselves every 5 minutes. They want to say that this is good for company culture. But I want to tell you why this sucks for company culture. The purpose of Sneak isn't surveillance, Curry said, but office culture. We've worked from home for 10 plus years, and one of the biggest things that starts to creep in is that sense of isolation. It does really affect people's mental health, he said. Just having that ability to look up and see your teammates there can make all the difference. What? A good company culture comes from a lot of different things, but here are some of the main factors that it comes from. One is when employees are aligned with the company's values. And the other big thing is trust. Trust. And you want to know a great way to show your employees that you don't trust them? Use Sneak. It's perfect. And also, what is the co-founder talking about in this article about? Is it a selling point for managers to pay a monthly cost for this tool? I just think everybody should be able to just look up and just see how their teammates' faces. Then you know what? Take a picture of everybody and put it on your damn desk. Just put it on your desk. There you go. You don't have to pay for that. It's free. Not to mention, and I shouldn't even have to say this, but the timing of all of this is awful. Think about everybody's anxiety level right now. Anxiety about everybody's health, their loved one's health, their job, and the economy are at an all-time high. Literally, since I've been alive, I can't think of a time that we've been more anxious and worried. And on top of all of that stress of people worried about losing their job and about their life and their family and everybody, some managers are going, hey, you know what would be great is all of our employees work from home. Let's get a software service that's basically surveillance and it takes a picture of everybody and what they're doing every 5 minutes. It'll be great. I think it'll be great for morale. It's obviously not. And in conclusion, I just want to say, obviously, this Sneak tool is crazy. But I really hope that it's just a misstep and it's part of the growing pain as we move towards normalizing working from home. In a perfect world, when you use employee monitoring software to the point where it's literally surveillance, it's gonna have your top performers leave. That's right. In a perfect world, your top employers would say, I'm not dealing with this. And they're gonna leave and they're gonna go work for a better company that trusts their employees, that has a good company culture. And my hope that all of this in this Sneak tool will shine a light on how out of control employee monitoring can be, from keystroke tracking to monitoring what websites you look at to literally taking a picture of what you're doing every 5 minutes. These kind of tactics need to be weeded out of the industry so we can work productively from home. Of course, while binge watching The Office on Netflix. That's it for today. Comment below on any topics that you want us to cover in the future. Please also make sure to subscribe to our channel. And as always, remember, stay fallible.